Hi everyone, so I am on my way to the grocery store to pick up my first vegan grocery list. Also recording in my car on my dash mount, so if it's a little shaky, sorry. Anyways, yeah, so I'm on my way to Plum to pick up some things. I'm just gonna pick up some tofu and some peppers and some turmeric, some spices. One of the things I know I have to replace is eggs. I love eggs. So trying out a substitute this morning with tofu and some bell peppers and stuff. It's a tofu scramble with some potatoes. So I'm picking up tofu, peppers, some red potatoes, and a couple of spices. I already have a lot of spices in my house, so I don't have to buy a lot of those, which is good. My phone died. Here is the download. So the tofu was found in the refrigerated section. It's all going to depend on your local grocery store, how they have it set up. I know Kroger has like a separate section. Some places will just have vegan alternatives just like within the aisles. It depends. And they had all the vegan cheeses and everything, and it looked all delicious. And they also had their own frozen food section. Anyways, like they said, you should probably never go to the store when you're hungry because you'll just buy everything. Especially if you're trying to be vegan, you don't know what to get. So don't do that. Just make a list, stick to it, and you'll be fine. So I went to the store with the list to buy tofu, potatoes, peppers, and some spices. So I bought tofu. This is the tofu I got. It's organic, extra firm. The recipe I'm going to use called for that, so I got extra firm. I didn't realize that tofu came in like water. That's pretty gross, I'll admit. So this tofu was $2.25. And it looks like there is about 4.5 servings per container. So that's actually really affordable compared to like $8 you would spend on like a big thing of meat. Anyways, I bought some kale. The kale it's organic kale, so that's great as well. It was $2.99. I got a bell pepper, just a regular bell pepper. This was $2.50, so I think that's about the same as Kroger. 5-pound potatoes for $5.99. It was $2.29. Cheap. It's $16.02. Here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut through this, and it's a very spongy, as you would expect tofu would be like, and it has this weird juice in it, and you have to take it out and drain it and put it under something that's pretty heavy to get all the juice out. Okay, so my recipe calls for the tofu to be drained, and this is a very wet protein type. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this over it, and I use my cast iron skillet as weight. So I'm going to let that sit for about 15 minutes. Alright, so my recipe calls for 2 cups of kale, and just a side point here, you should know that you're supposed to cut the kale off the stem. 2 stalks of kale makes about 2 cups chopped up. Alright, so you can see how pretty this looks. And just FYI, kale smells pretty gross, but it's actually pretty tasty. So this is what it looks like after it's drained. You can see the texture is very meat-like. And all you do is take a fork and, of course, with another hand, hold the tofu, but with the fork you just do this and it crumbles it. Okay, so this is what tofu looks like when it is being cooked. I made a little sauce with my spices. I just used chili, salt, some turmeric, cumin, and some more of that diced onion and some garlic sauce. And you just add water to make it like a sauce. Alright everyone, so this is my first vegan meal. It is tofu with bell peppers, onion, kale, and I also cook some potatoes. And I have this on a really bad setup, so excuse the light and everything. If you can, oh, you can see everything here. Okay. All right, so this is a tofu. Actually, it's pretty good. Not bad at all. So yeah, so I definitely give this a thumbs up. This is really good. This is something that I could substitute my eggs for.